Exposed. 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 Hashtag drama alert. There's news to expose. Hashtag breaking. SS Sniper Wolf has a vagina. More on that at 11. Vagina. Hey guys, it's Scarce here. Lots of news today. Lots of exposure. And double uploads. Expose. 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 Expose.
What is up, ladies and gentlemen? I am completely pissed. I was gonna write a script for this video. Why am I still getting hate?
Hey, what's up guys, it's Scares here, and so from now on, I'm going to report the news. Let's go inside the stories!
Expose, 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 expose. You're exposed. You're exposed. You are exposed. Expose, 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 expose. You are exposed, sir. I'm going to expose you. Expose you. Oh my God, expose you. Expose, 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 expose. It's time for some exposure. Some exposure. Some exposure. Ah, expose. Expose myself to you. To you. To you. E-X-P-O-S-E. Expose. 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 Ah. Expose. 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 Expose.
fartonme.edu.
Hashtag drama alert. There's news to expose. Hashtag breaking.
Man, I had to
Sniper Wolf has a
sneeze.
vagina. More on that at
We
11.
might watch
Scarce here. Lots of
Boogie's
news today.
video
Lots of-
today. We might watch it. I don't know. I think I've been pretty fair with him. I have kind of defended him throughout this. Look, like I'm saying, I'm not saying Boogie shouldn't deal with any kind of repercussions. He did make a mistake. Do I think he deserves jail time? No. I mean, that fucking guy, Frank Hassel, went to his house when he was flat out not fucking invited. It's that simple, you know. However, I heard some strange stuff. I didn't watch the video yet. I'm gonna hold, like, I don't, like, I wanted to have like a balanced take. No one really has said anything to me. Some people said he hasn't learned his lesson. That's all I heard. Now, I could agree with that or disagree with that. I have to watch the video. God damn, I was thirsty. Nice to spend some time with no one who is better than my real dad without being my dad. Good evening, Rich. Always brighten my day. You're welcome, man. So you want to know how bad... This is just investments in general. Now, I've invested on and off for... I really started this year, but I started investing in cryptos back in 2017. So one that a very close friend of mine, who I would have never invested in if I didn't know the guy as well as I did, is Ethereum Max. Do your own research. Don't invest in a fucking thing unless you've done your own research. I am not a financial advisor. You could lose every fucking penny that you make. But I'm going to talk about it. If it makes you angry that I'm talking about it and I just want to shoot the shit about it, then watch a different stream. I'm a little tired today, so I turned into a prick. I think everyone will be okay. But anyway, because Rich, you're an influencer. You're going to influence people. Like Elon Musk always says the stupidest shit. He has not dictated, and I follow him on Twitter. He has not dictated one of my financial moves. Like if someone just tweeting something or talking something about something, and I'm not just saying me, and I'm not saying makes you go, hey, I'm going to empty out my bank account. You were probably going to empty out your bank account for something stupid anyway. So I don't really feel a responsibility, but I do like talking about it. AMC, I heard about AMC. I missed that boat though. So let me explain to you what happened. This is how bad FUD is, and this is how bad. Like this is just life in general. Has nothing to do with just financial shit. Always look into stuff. Like if you hear something damning about a celebrity or a YouTuber, or if you hear something great or bad about a stock or a crypto or whatever, this is just life in general. Look into it before you react. Anyway. So thank you, DBZ thing. Thank you for Will Blair. So, like I said, Emax is like a month-old crypto. And usually people are like, oh, Rich, you should invest in this, or you should invest in horsecock coin. And I'm like, the fuck is it? It's new. It could be some scam that I'm just dumping money to somebody. Like, piss off. But the guy I knew, like, I with Emax, like I said, I used to work with him back at Circuit City when I was in college. He was like, nah, dude, this thing is the real deal. I mean, obviously nothing's guaranteed. He basically said the same thing I said to you, but I have some faith in it. Okay, cool. So I got in very early and I made some gains quickly. But today it imploded. Now, did it implode because it's a scam crypto? No. What happened is misinformation went around. It's that simple. The Ethereum Max is officially, first off, this happened actually recently, even before today. Ethereum Max is being accepted by the Mayweather-Logan Paul fight. You could buy tickets with it there. It's more for publicity. If 3 people buy tickets with Ethereum Max, I'll be shocked. It's just to have the logo so people see it. Oh, look, a crypto, cool. I believe the promoter came out initially at first and didn't realize that Ethereum Max was sponsoring the fight, and they thought it was fake. It wasn't fake, but they initially put out, not purposely, but they put out FUD thinking this was a scam, that they were just trying to tag along with this fight. And then they actually put out a tweet later saying, no, we verified it. So that hurt it initially. Then today there was misinformation that they couldn't get the payment processing to work with Ethereum Max for the Logan Paul Mayweather fight. It had nothing to do with that, though. That's actually still happening. It was some stupid fucking bar in Miami that they were going to try to hook up to have people could pay with their drinks with Ethereum Max. Again, like 2 people would have done it. But they couldn't work out something with the payment processing. Again, the Logan Paul Mayweather fight, you could still pay for with Ethereum Max. Whoopee. But this bar, you couldn't. It got misconstrued. That something got screwed up, that you couldn't pay for the Logan Paul Mayweather fight with Ethereum Max, which was false, which was misinformation. You still can. Everyone dumped the token. And I'm like, you know what? I wasn't going to put any more money in. I'm like, people are really this fucking stupid, huh? People are really like, at first I'm like, wait a second. I'm like, because I always know now, I've learned enough. I'm like, wait, before I freak out, like, really? Like, that's really sloppy and unprofessional if, like, a few days before the fight, the token's not being accepted. Like, whether it's a legitimate token or not, that it's not a good look for them. So I actually messaged Ethereum Max, the official account on Twitter, because I've talked to them before. I'm like, look, what's going on? I said, before I want to go right to the horse's mouth. Like, is Ethereum Max still being accepted at the Mayweather-Paul fight? Yes. It was just some bar that was going to take our currency, but now they're not because the payment processing with credit cards wouldn't have worked or whatever it was, something along those lines. But it got misconstrued that the Logan Paul Mayweather fight wasn't going to accept Ethereum Max anymore. So literally in like minutes, I'm not kidding, minutes, like 90% of my wallet for Ethereum Max went. I'm like, all right. I know that the reason why everyone's dumping is fucking stupid. I'm going to buy more. And it worked, it recovered quite a bit too. It's just amazing. Like, it's so fucking weird, man. Cryptos and stocks are so fucking weird because it's all emotion based. It's really what is just a simple piece of misinformation got out there. Yes, I know it could be whales too that dump, but that's what happened though. Dude, any coin, dude, look at who knew a shit coin was unstable. I'm not saying it's a great coin, but I'm saying look at even Bitcoin. Look at what happened with Elon Musk when Tesla first said announced that they were accepting it as payment and invested in it, fucking doubled in price basically. And then he comes back and says, yeah, it's not that environmentally friendly, and it gets halved. Like, come on, man. Like, it has nothing to do, like, that's just the markets in general, dude. It happens every day. Is this just a crypto live stream? It's whatever you want it to be. What do you want this stream to be? What do you want it to be? Let me know. As I spill seltzer on myself. What would you like this stream to be? Hey man, watch your weight loss videos. You really inspired me to lose weight as well. Thank you. You're welcome. I need to lose more, but you're very welcome, man. I appreciate that. Who are you going to box, Rich? Gabe Newell. Keep up the great work. You're welcome, Tyler. Dom No Sor. DSP reminds me of Burger King. How? Does he dress up in like the King's outfit? Dogecoin is now available for trade on Coinbase or Coinbase Pro. The Logan Paul and Mayweather fight can happen either way. Mayweather can win and keep his record or take a fall for Logan. Yeah, he doesn't care. He'll still get his money, man. He'll still get his fucking money. Let me look at good old fucking Doge right now. Come on. Crypto. Where's Doge at? Doge is down. Doge is real down. It's like the only crypto that is down, too. Interesting. So, yeah, he obviously, Mayweather, he doesn't give a fuck. He whether he wins or loses, man, he's going to make an insane amount of money. Who knows? He may even be getting something from Ethereum Max. What app do I use for? Yeah, I use Coinbase. I use the Coinbase wallet, and I bought. You could look it up. You know, I'm not Review Cryptos USA. I'm just shooting the shit about them right now. You can. What you have to do is you have to buy Ethereum. You put that Ethereum from Coinbase in your Coinbase wallet. You go to Uniswap.org. Make sure it's Uniswap with an A, not an O. The O is a scam site looking to take your crypto. And you could swap it that way. There's videos out there about how to do it. Oh, I mean, it does, but I'm saying, though, I'm sure that Mayweather will win. But what I'm getting at is that it doesn't matter if Mayweather wins or loses. He's going to make crazy money. Well, dude, like, we'll see what happens, man. I didn't break the bank to get into that. I'm in 2 different cryptos right now. I didn't break the bank to get into Emacs. If it imploded today and never came back, oh well. You know, it sucks. I'll move on with my day. It's not like, you know, I have my life savings invested in it. Ray Rich, love your vids, but hated your video on Nintendo versus felt it was poor in terms of proper legislation and law. What do you mean it was poor in terms of proper legislation and law? Like, the guy was selling Nintendo's ROMs. He had a subscription service to give you access to more ROMs. He was making a profit off of someone else's IP. What was wrong about that? That's like as illegal comes. Just complain to a Walmart manager like an absolute Karen. Wyatt, I'm very proud of you. Put Carlos in a jar and fill it. You want me to blend up my bird? I come from the future. Real fast, you want me to tap dance shirtless for you? I shouldn't say that. So, that's a thing too. You know, everyone with Emacs, dog doo-doo is greater than Sony. Thank you, Wyatt. Thank you. Wyatt's 2 cents. I ain't going to give him a lick for you, but I'll give him a kiss. I don't know where this bird has been. It's funny how many people enjoy that bird. DSP looks like Dante from Clerks. Oh, DSP. I don't know, like, maybe we will. Maybe we will. Let's look at Boogie's video. Why not? Let's look at Boogie's video. Let's do it, baby. Let's turn down my monitors. How is getting a DUI the best and worst mistake? Did it get you sober? Did it get you sober? Let's see here. All right. Because I'm more so curious about it, so I'm just going to be thinking about it. The Boogie2988. Yes, you got arrested, Boogie. Man, I haven't seen this kind of viewership on a Boogie video since like 2013. Damn. Damn. People really want to know about this. I'll turn off the, make sure I take my porn off the screen. I don't really have porn. I do have my Facebook up, though, so that could be. What goal do we have to reach to see shirtless tap dancing? I would say, like, I literally need, like, $1,000 for me to do, Why is this not working? Anyway. I'll turn off the chat. Close this down. And everyone keeps ranting and raving about this video, so I'm curious to see. I have not seen it. I don't have any takes. All I know is that I am a horse.
Long since I've sat in this room to film a video, it actually feels really weird. I have been filming primarily on my iPhone and editing on my...
Yes, I've heard him say that. You want to know the truth? I've literally heard that out of his own mouth. Anyway, so let's go.
iPhone or editing on my laptop. I haven't even touched this computer in a while, so but hopefully I can get used to being back in here again. Let's talk. I know why a lot of you have clicked on this video because of the title of the thumbnail, and I'm going to talk about it right here at the beginning of the video, but I have a favor to ask of you before.
Let me change the title here so people... And discuss Boogie2988's I was arrested video. Alright. Wait, is that how you spell arrested? Yes, it's how you spell arrested. I thought I spelled it wrong. Alright, so now people know what the fuck they're coming to see. So if they're like, what the Intel or AMD, ATI or NVIDIA? AMD for CPUs, NVIDIA for graphics, even though AMD's come a hell of a long way.
Where I talk about it. I want you to make it all the way to the end of this video. Just
We will.
try your best to listen to what I have to say and pay attention, please. And if you're somebody who normally does that, drop a like.
When is Phil not mad at me? That's okay. I'm used to it by now. Phil was mad at me.
Or dislike on this video. That's up to you. It's still an engagement either way. Leave a comment, positive or negative, doesn't matter. Still an engagement either way. If you really want to go over the top, share this video with other people, because I really want people to hear what I have to say in this video.
They did. This is the most viewership I've seen. This is like what Boogie's videos used to get in like 2014. From like 2013 to 2015, this is his average viewership. He used to kill it, man.
It's really important to me. So I have to be very careful about what I say here, and I can't go into a lot of detail, but this is what my lawyer has told me I can say publicly, so I'm going to say it exactly the way he told me to say it. So due to the incident that happened last September, there was an arrest warrant issued for me on May the 7th. I was made aware of it, and I traveled home as soon as I could and turned myself in on May the 12th. I was processed in about
That's good,
3.5
Taylor.
hours. We posted bail after I was processed, and then I've been awaiting in my home ever since, waiting for trial. And that's a pretty slow process. We've entered a plea of not guilty, and my lawyer is doing his job. And keep in mind, this is not going to take a day or a week or a month. I genuinely don't know if it'll be done in 6 months or a year. This is a very slow process, so be prepared for that to be very slow.
I hope that doesn't crack him, because that would fuck with me. That would fuck with me royally. Imagine having to wait a year to know what your fucking future is, man.
I know you want to hear more. I know you want me to talk about the individual specifics, but unfortunately, this is a legal proceeding now, and I'm going to do something I'm very bad at doing, and that's keeping my stupid mouth shut. What I can say, though, is that the support that I've gotten from this has been overwhelming, to say the least. Some of the biggest creators on the platform have reached out to me in DMs and said very kind things. People have tweeted very kind things. People in my community, my neighbors, my friends, they've all been absurdly supportive, and my audience as well, you watching this. Most of you have been supportive. I mean, there's obviously always going to be outliers and naysayers and contrarians, and those people exist, and it's okay. You're allowed to have your opinion on this. You're allowed to think whatever you want to think. I support your right to do that. But for those of you who've chosen the side of kindness and love and support, thank you. You're genuinely helping me through this quite a bit. This is love.
I don't really know how anyone can... I mean, yeah, okay, it was dumb that he fired the gun, but a guy who he flat out said, I do not want you on my property. Yeah, he said some other stuff that was stupid to Frank Hassel, but again, the guy, dude, Frank, he doesn't like you. He didn't want you on his fucking property. He told you specifically not to come to his property. Oh, let me go to his property anyway. Like, I don't really know how you could be against Boogie on that front. Like, God, man, why don't you just let someone you don't want on your property who seems like a fucking psycho go on your property? I would just let him on my property. I'd kiss him. Jesus Christ. I swear, I feel like I have the Stream Deck hooked up to like a fucking Pentium.
To do something I've done very little of in the last 14 years, and that is kind of back away from social media. I went from tweeting 20 times a day to tweeting maybe 2 or 3 times a day. I went from thinking about YouTube 24 hours a day to just barely thinking about it. I haven't live streamed in a month. This is in a lot of ways just a hobby I used to do. It feels weird doing it again right now, and I really want to get back to it, but that involves you. A lot of people have expressed a desire to help here, and I really appreciate that. Somebody offered to set up a GoFundMe for legal proceedings, and we're definitely not at that point yet. I don't think it's ever going to come to that point. I have money in the bank. I'm glad to pay for all of this myself. I don't want you worrying about that. That's something that I can definitely handle. For those of you who still want to help beyond that, though, good.
Credit to credit's due, because I know a lot of people in his situation would have taken advantage of that. Credit where credit's due with that. There's a lot of people who would have just been like, "Yo, give me money." A lot of people. I think you guys agree.
News, you're already doing it. You clicked on this video. You made it this far into this video. If you want to be a super trooper and go above and beyond, watch my future videos. Watch the previous videos I've uploaded in the last month. Share these videos. Like these videos. Subscribe to the channel. You're already doing the thing. So just keep doing this thing. It puts a little bit of ad revenue in my pocket to recoup the losses. It allows me to entertain you. It allows you to entertain me with your likes and your comments and your kindness online. And boy, I'm thriving on that. It's what's kept me from having daily Twitter meltdowns. The kindness that I've seen on the internet has just made it pretty amazing. Thank you. The good news, though, is a lifetime of therapy and learning tools and practicing. A nice healthy dose of Zoloft every day, the occasional dose of medical marijuana due to my medical license, and just practicing with exercise and spending time with friends and getting away from the internet has managed to help me do better in this current situation.
All right, dude, get to the point. He's just talked about different, like, I was arrested. Like, I mean, look, it's nice to see him being very positive. Don't get what I'm saying wrong, but let's,
And I have done in any other situation, whether it be my divorce, whether it be my gastric bypass.
Dude, it's the internet. Look, Boogie has done some dumbass shit that he deserves a lot of criticism for. I'm not debating that. But it's the internet, bro. There's people that hate fucking everybody. It's just, if there's a human being that exists, someone hates them.
Past surgery or just any of the other drama that I've experienced online. I feel like I'm acing this one. I know that's very disappointing to a lot of people.
He is admittedly doing a lot better with this than he's done with other situations in the past before. I follow him on Twitter. I follow him, you know what I mean? Like, he's doing good. Compared to his other stuff, he's doing good with this.
They're here for the drama. They're here for their lol cow to spit milk in their mouth. And that's, I'm trying real hard not to do that for you. I'm sure I'll screw up eventually. Between now and whatever happens, I'm hoping to upload to the YouTube channel. I've got a bunch of scripts that I've written down on my phone while traveling, stuff that I wanted to film here, and then eventually I want to get back out and traveling. And the traveling videos are not doing very well, and that's okay. I understand. It's weird to ask people to look at your vacation videos. I know that's exactly what I'm doing.
Yeah,
20,
strictly
30,000
Sega,
of
he
you
is.
are
What's going
watching
on?
them, though, and that's great. That's more than I was expecting. I'm really happy for it, but it's...
Yes, dude, I agree, Matt Kane. I am not saying that Boogie didn't make a mistake. I'm not saying that. But Frank did come to his house, and I'm pretty sure he was like, he didn't like let it go. It wasn't like Frank was like, oh, I guess Boogie's not there. I should get going. Like, wasn't he like being annoying and banging on the fucking door? You know what I mean? Like, again, I'm not condoning what Boogie did. I'm not saying there shouldn't be some kind of legal penalty. But I'm talking like he needs like a slap on the wrist. I'm talking like, okay, or maybe he gets community service. I don't think he should get jail time.
It seems to me that you guys want videos like this. You want set down videos. You want me to talk about stuff. You want commentary. You want me to go back to video games. These are things I'm planning to do between now and whatever happens with this court case. I understand that since 2018, I've become a very controversial figure here on YouTube. And I understand why. I completely lost my mind and I started doing things that no sane person would ever do under any circumstance. And now that I'm relatively sane, I have to live in the nightmarish hellscape that my mental illness has created for me. It's not fun. The vast majority of the internet is very critical of me these days.
I'm watching this with you if you're wondering. Like, I haven't
reasonable-
watched this yet. If you're wondering why I'm being so quiet.
Reasons, and then there is that.
If you're wondering why I'm being so quiet. 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 If you're wondering why I'm being so qui As a person who I bet you his webcam, the white balance is a little off. Because I could look like I'm either jaundice or I'm an alcoholic with a red face. That's what it kind of seems like.
That small group of people who feel the need to LARP and make up stuff and pretend stuff that's real that's not, and then they convince other people that the stuff that's not real is real.
No, they're not trying to give him the
There's a lot
death
of people
penalty.
out there who dislike me for just completely made up reasons, and it's really frustrating. I don't know what to do about that. But here's what I want to do. I want to entertain you, the person who made it all the way to the end of this video. I want to make videos that entertain and inspire and hopefully educate and just make you feel good about the dumpster fire of a world that we're living in. Maybe makes you feel a little bit better about yourself. I don't care how I do that. Serve as a good example, serve as a bad example. It doesn't matter. If you're entertained and...
Yeah, I don't think his face is actually that red. I think, like... it's his camera settings. I genuinely do. I could tell as a person who's looked like that from a webcam before. That's the vibe that I'm getting.
And you feel better about your life and you feel inspired to have a better life than the one I have. Hey, I'm all for it. And if I'm being particularly greedy, I would like to find a new audience as well. I would like to win back some of that previous audience that I have lost. And the way that we do that is by you clicking on every video that I upload, by you dropping likes on those videos. And if you really want to go the extra mile, if you really want to be a superhero, you can share those videos as well with people you think who might like what I'm currently uploading. I know my content isn't great. I know it's not amazing. I know it's not comparable to what most people watch here on the platform these days. But I do think it's decent. I do think it's interesting, and I do think it should have its own audience, and I want you to help me find that audience. I don't care about mainstream appeal. I don't want to be Jake or Logan Paul. I don't want to be Philip DeFranco. I definitely don't want to be Wings or Redemption or Darkside Phil. I just want to be me, and I just want to have the small audience that I can foster and entertain and inspire, and I just really need your help doing it, and it would mean the world to me if you offer that help. So I'm going to go work on the many other things that I have going on right now. I'm writing a book. I'm working on a card game. And all that stuff is past due. So I'm going to go try to work on that stuff and try to keep myself sane while you guys enjoy this video. Guys, as always, you know this. Say it with me. Thanks for watching. I love you very much. And I will speak with you again soon. I look forward to being a very sane person for you, if my brain lets me.
What was so bad about that? That was fine. That was perfectly fine. Like, there's absolutely nothing bad about that at all. Like, there was... I have zero complaints about anything that... He was just saying, yeah, I've been through a tough time. I'm still here. It definitely seems like that Zoloft is helping him. He seems way more sound-minded. Oh no. Like, you know, like I've been critical of Boogie before. I think that's okay. I don't see anything wrong with what he did there. I should... Damn you, Boogie. Like, I mean, I'm not saying you guys are saying that you wanted me to be like that, but there were so many people like, oh, he didn't learn his lesson, Rich. He didn't do this. You should watch the video and like, I'm not... This is the thing. I mean, this is the same with DSP. I don't consider Boogie to be on DSP's level. Hopefully he'll never be there. He's way more self-aware than DSP is. I feel like I would have made the same... If I was in his situation, I would have made a similar video. He held himself somewhat accountable. Yeah, okay. He's like, hey, man, I'm going to be uploading stuff. If you want to come check it out, come check it out. This is what happened. And that's it. I don't know. Like, should for the people that were saying that to me on like Twitter and stuff like that, what should I pretend to be mad about? Let me know. Like, what should I... He didn't do anything. You know? He seemed like a sound-minded guy that made a mistake, and he realizes he made a mistake, and he's just going from there. I really don't know... I could take these off now. I really don't know What was so damning about that video? Everyone was making it like I was expecting, like people were making like he was going to have a nervous breakdown or something there. You know what I mean? I think what it is that people, like, once you fuck up, people just want to see you just fail. I've had that happen to me. I've literally used to have people say, I'm going to, like, DM me. And this is my own fault. I was feeding the trolls, too. Like, I'm going to make sure, I remember there was someone every year, like, they would DM me, I'm going to make sure that I ruin your YouTube career by the end of 2015, by the end of 2016. Like, I really, like, there's just some, like, people just want to see other people fucking fail. There was nothing wrong with that video. There was nothing wrong with it. There's not even, yeah, I mean, maybe he rambled a little bit. Oh, no. Drama alert. Keemstar, get on that. Boogie rambled. Shit, I think if I got fucking arrested for the same shit he's been, I think he handled better than I did. I don't think I would have handled that shit as well. I don't know. I have nothing bad to say about that. I'm sorry. I'm sorry if people were hoping, you know, for me to like, I don't do fake out. My rage in the videos that I get raged in is genuine, probably because I have anger issues, but like, I don't do the fake rage thing. There was nothing there. There was nothing. I just don't understand. Like, maybe there are a couple people. I know most of you here are actually pretty sane people. Google Fish is not sane, but he's not sane in a good way. Same with Turbo Express. Turbo Express is not as insane as Google Fish, but they're like a good insane, both of them. But I just don't, for that small percentage of people, I don't, like, there's people that I genuinely don't like, and I know I'm sure there's people that on YouTube and that are YouTubers that genuinely don't like me. But just don't like him, scratch your ass, and move on with the fucking day. Move on with your fucking day. Like, the amount of effort that some people, and again, I'm not talking, look, criticism is a good thing. The criticism I got from you guys made me realize, all right, Rich, you have to stop with the fucking chicken intros. Like, every fucking video, you can't be having a fight with a cucumber or a chicken. It's annoying, and you were right. That's criticism. I'm not talking about that. But when you, and I listen to the feedback, that's good, that's healthy. But when it's like, all right, I'm going to wake up in the morning and not live a normal life because there's someone that I've never met in my life on the internet that I don't like, and my goal for today is to not be productive, but to try to hinder someone else's life. There's something wrong with you. You need to, like, inpatient, deep psychiatric therapy. You could think I'm an unfunny, ugly, fat piece of shit, and that's perfectly fine. You could think that, and that's okay. But when it gets to the point that you start, like, mingling in people's personal lives because you hate them that much and they've never even met you, you're fucked in the head. There's something wrong with you. Don't like Boogie. That's fine. I know he's done shit to piss people off. I've done shit to piss people off too. Don't like Angry Joe. Don't like. Think of a YouTuber that's out there. Don't like, or hate me and you know, you have a bronze statue of Pat the NES Punk with his fro. But but it's not even about getting lives. Like, when people are that invested in someone that they don't even know, it was like that guy, one of the slow-mo guys, him and his, like, fiance or wife. Like, this guy couldn't get over that he had such a good-looking fiance or something. He went to the house to go fucking shoot them. What a sad existence. And he ended up shooting himself. Like, like, I understand they're sick and they're mentally ill and they don't see the way they perceive the world is so warped that they can't even, like, to them it made sense in their mind. But you just offed yourself because a random stranger that I guess you feel like you know on the internet from YouTube, because they have a good-looking fiance or girlfriend or wife or whatever. So you, like, I just don't understand. Like, how do you get there to that point where it's like I feel my life is so worthless that I get invested in this other person's life, that it's worth it for me to end my own life due to what's going on in their life. I understand it's a sickness and I'm trying to make logic out of the illogical, but it just baffles the fuck out of me, man. It baffles the fuck out of me. I think AR Law gave Boogie right to deadly. We'll see what happens, but even if he's in the wrong, I don't want to see any jail. I don't think he deserves jail time. Yeah, Terrence, you got a point. Like, and this isn't even like the crazy fucking stalkerish people that I'm kind of referring to. Like, why watch these reality shows with like the fucking who gives a fuck what the Kardashians are doing? Why do you care about trust fund babies making more money with the money that they got from their trust fund? Who the fuck cares? Who cares? Who gives a shit? It's just devour the chicken. Oh, I can't. I can't do it. I just, again, I know I'm trying to make sense of the nonsensical, and these people are, like I said, they should be like in a psychiatric facility, inpatient, there, involuntary. I get it, but it's just like, what about that girl that was a singer, who this guy was like, he was like a Best Buy employee, and he like became vegan because he was trying to get in shape for her, and he was like, and he like wouldn't shut the fuck up about her at his job, and people were like, dude, what the fuck is wrong with you? And he shot and killed her. He killed himself too. And first off, I feel for her, because this Christina Grimmie, yeah, this poor young woman, her life was fucking taken before she had her full time. Like, talk about having a promising life just taken from you, and because some sick, depraved fuck is obsessed with you. But again, you ended your life for someone who doesn't even know you exist. Oh, Bjork, I've seen, dude, I've unfortunately have had the sick privilege of seeing that guy off himself. What a fucking nightmare that was, that stalker of Bjork. Yeah, I guess there's some people that just feel the hero. You kind of got poetic there. Despair, truly, like, I guess when you're in that depth of despair, like in that deep in despair, like you just are like, fuck it, man. Yeah, this is what I live for. This is what I live for. It's just insane to me. Like, I could never picture, and I don't even dislike Pat. Like, who gives a fuck? All right, like, I'm not a fan of him, but I have never lost a single wink of sleep thinking about Pat the NES Punk, but I can never, my point being is that if there's anyone that the closest I could say to disliking somebody, it would be him. But have I ever lost a wink of sleep over him? No. Have I ever thought about doing anything nefarious to him over the internet? Fuck no. I don't know. Those kinds of people had issues before, but hate being that person. But the internet explosion of people's lives being public has made them snap. And it's given people, like, here's the thing. These are the kind of people, like, maybe you, like, worked at a bookstore, or, like, they were, like, the quiet guy that was always, like, a little nerdy. Yeah, you maybe thought they were a little off, but they were harmless. Before the internet, they had, like, they didn't have the way to wield this psycho power. Now, these people that are like those like, now they could go home and be this totally different person that they couldn't be in the real world, you know? Skyman Legacy. A random guy shows up with malicious intent despite being told not to, and that's somehow Boogie's fault. I don't see how... Yeah, I mean... he didn't have... That wasn't his gun, and shooting it in the air could have harmed somebody. So am I saying that he shouldn't get any kind of fine or penalty or community service? No. But I don't think he deserves jail time. And yes, Daniel, I talked about the whole thing with that guy. Dude, I've seen those videos. That was bad. Like, you know what he realized what he wanted to do to Bjork, right? You know what he wanted to do to Bjork. He was trying two types of like packages that would explode. The first one, he would get AIDS, and he was going to get AIDS infected blood. And when she tried to open it, something would get stuck in her arm, and she would contract HIV. But he thought the one that would have more of a chance of success was he was going to send a package that would explode, but it was filled with like sulfuric acid, and he was trying to get that to her. He thought he actually got it and got away with it. So, because he actually got the package up, sent it to the post office, and it got shipped. Then after he sent it, he came back and he offed himself. He literally had I think a 22 put in his mouth, and you saw it's. I don't recommend watching it. I think it's been scrubbed from the internet. Ricardo Lopez, yes. He shaved his head and painted his face, and what they think is this is all on video. And I think they said the reason that he painted his face was it would be easier to kill himself, because in his fucked mind, he wouldn't recognize himself as he pulled the trigger. It was a .32 revolver, okay. And so he thought he got the package off. He's like, all right, I'm going to kill Bjork or maim her, and then I get to kill myself, and we'll be together forever. So he films himself getting shot. I guess because the package took so long to get to the UK... After he killed himself, people said, I guess 24 hours later, the package still didn't arrive to Bjork. They said they smelled like an odor or something. So they go there. He had notes written all over the wall. The cops realized what was going on, and they made some calls being like, "Yo, there is a package going to Bjork that's going to fucking kill her or maim her." So the package they intercepted the package, and he offed himself. Yeah, the package was intercepted. There's some sick fucking people out there, man. And that was kind of I mean, the internet was around in 95. But we didn't have, now you have supercomputers in your pocket. You know what I'm saying? That was that was back in 95 when people were, welcome, you've got, man, could you, now those kind of people have so many tools at their disposal. It's just incredible. Perfect example. Remember the Sons of Kojima? Yeah, I remember the Sons of Kojima. Didn't they eat themselves alive? It was what was that movie with all the kids that were on the island, and because they were kids governing themselves, it spiraled out of control way too fast. Chick-fil-A was trending on Twitter today. Oh no, do a lot of the haters towards the restaurant chain tend to act like those morally superior? I don't even want to get involved in that. Lord of the Flies. Yeah, it was a whole... Remember, they used to have a podcast, the Sons of Kojima, didn't they? They had a caricature of Tony Montana from Scarface. I think that was Fred Fox, wasn't it? Don't ask me to stop burping, because I'm never going to stop. Have you heard about the on-air suicide of Bud happened in the 50s. He shot himself live on public access. No, I did not. That's fucking crazy, man. Jesus. I look for that Bjork Stalker video the other... Obviously, I can't show it here. I mean, you literally see the guy put a bullet in his own head and collapse to the floor. It's pretty... I strongly recommend don't seeing it if you like sleeping at night. That's one that'll keep you up. Hey, Rich, how are you, man? Talking about sick people. Texans could carry handguns without a permit under a bill headed by governor. And, dude, it's all... You know what it all is? It's all to placate to his base. He knows that's a disastrous thing to do. They destroyed their own group. The owner, Fred Fuchs, doxed one of the own Sons of Kojima members because he thought she lied about having cancer. She died. Jesus Christ. Wow. But, dude, Adrian, killing yourself over Bjork. Well, I used to think, when she was younger, I thought Bjork was really hot. But anyway, that's besides the point. That means nothing. A human life is a human life. They're all equally important. But I just don't understand. How... like you would give, but I guess that if you're, like someone said, if you're at that point of despair, I guess that's all you have to live for. It's almost like you think your life is worthless, so attaching yourself, like whether it be stalking someone who's a influencer or celebrity, I hate that word influencer, but whatever, or yeah, it's like that gives you purpose. It's fucking, I don't understand it, but Jeremy Brannon, but the justice system is screwed. I almost went to prison for disciplining my kids. I'm taking a plea deal that affects the rest of my life. I need to know what happened with that, dude. I can't condemn or defend you. I don't know the circumstances behind it, you know? All intense fans are crazy. Grown men are crying that Superman is going to be black in the new movie. Yeah, seriously, who cares? Like, as long as it's a good movie with a good script, that's all that matters. Like, this dude is not even real and they're mad. Yeah, seriously. Like, it's fiction. They can make the character whatever the fuck they want to. I don't know. Dude, but that's where we're at, man. People, you'll never stop burping. Will this 5 change your mind? If not, then give me a Ben-Hur. Do I have it? No, but I do have You Blew It. I think I have You Blew It. Oh, I do. I hit it already. Pick one, Alien or The Thing. Well, since I've only seen Alien, I'm going to have to say Alien. So my point with that video on Boogie, I know it wasn't a long video. I thought it was a little bit longer. That was fine. That was the first time watching it. I purposely held off watching it so I could have a natural reaction on stream. That's my natural reaction. It was perfectly fine. He handled it very well. Yes, he was... Oh, my God, he was asking for subscribers. Yeah, of course, he was saying, hey, if you want... Everyone's like, you should open up a GoFundMe or whatever. I was like, nah, just watch my shit and sub to the channel. What the fuck is wrong with that? Why do people get so annoyed when people say, hey, this is my business? Like, it's like when you go to a restaurant and they try to upsell you to get, like, an appetizer or something. Like, that's the job of the person there, is to bring... You know, this is... Me here in front of you is the product. Of course I want more people's eyes on the product. I don't understand why that gets people so angry. I don't... Anyway. Fred Fuchs, also false copyright strike Phil's videos. Yeah, that's shitty. There's nothing you could do to justify... Whether you like him or not, messing his livelihood is messed up and downright upset. Yeah. I've always said that too. When he got swatted, like... Look, man, I've gotten, unfortunately, swatted too, but it's a couple times. Nothing ever happened, though. The cops were nice. They came here. The cops were nice the other time. Yeah, that's just, like, you want to, like, look, like, do like the stream I did last night doing Project 7, which ended up being too boring. I couldn't sit through the rest of it. Or do like, yeah, but or just, you know, have like I've called out Phil. I've defended Phil. I know he still can't stand me. That's okay. I'll still defend him if I think he's right, and I'll still call him out if I think he's wrong. But why beyond that? You're just a fucking loser at that point. Sorry, Fred Fox. You're fucking with people's livelihoods because, you know, what? What has DSP done to you besides make content that you don't like? Please, by all means, tell me what he's done. If he's done more, then fine. But even then, it's still not justified. As I'm drinking my can of seltzer backwards. Dude, people hate everything, Kareem. People hate there's someone that's angry at everything. Like, you could hand someone $1 million and they could be like, what the fuck? Why wasn't 1.5 million? What? Like, just like every job, you can't get mad at the person who's obeying the higher ups orders. That's very true. Why don't you like where it's going? Explain that one to me. Everyone is a hairy manhole. Thank you, Google Fish. I need to hear my sound effects. I don't know, man. I just don't understand. Yeah, I'm not going to be able to review this company's product, and they're driving me insane, too. Anyway, and I told them initially that I didn't want to review it. They send the courier here to pick it up without telling me that they're coming to pick it up, too. That was awesome of them as well. Again, I won't name them because I'm not doing that, but just like every job, you can't... yeah, so I answered that one. It's misery, and it has to be mental illness, because when you're... Again, I'm not talking about criticism. I'm not talking about, like... I'm not talking about, like, Tevin. Like, yeah, I know Tevin reached... But Tevin, like... He just likes fucking around, and he's made a comedy routine out of criticizing Phil. I'm okay with... Now, if Tevin was making shit up about Phil and putting out misinformation about Phil and doxing Phil and attacking Phil, you know, and, like, messaging his family members on Facebook, I've known weirdos that have literally done that, then I would not side with Tevin. But Tevin just joking around... You know, that's different. But these guys are fucking freaks, man. They're freaks, and they need help. Like, they're mentally unwell. They're mentally unwell when they go that far and they start doxing and messaging family members. Believe me, I've had it all done. I've had it all done. Just to show you how fucked some people could be. When my cousin passed away from COVID, some asshole lied and said that I made a fundraiser in his name and took the money. And I started getting messages from family members. I'm like, did you do that? I'm like, are you fucking... First off, I was like, are you really fucking questioning if I would do that? Secondly, take a guess. No, I didn't do that. Like, that's what I'm talking about, man. That's what I'm talking about. That's sick. That's sick in the head. Like, you're not well. That's not edgy trolling. That's next level. Like, you need help. It's sad. Not that I feel that bad for that person, by the way. But anyway, I know you prefer AMD, but as Intel, yeah, I have a 9900 KS right under this rig right here. Yeah, it's perfectly fine. The gap between Intel and AMD is not as big as the gap was between AMD and Intel back in the FX days. Let's put it that way. Someone also threatened Tevin in his Twitter DMs. Why did they threaten Tevin? Do you think Boogie will get the death penalty? Gamer from Mars, Frank Hassel, got a lot of signatures in his... That's such a scummy thing to do. I saw that. That's so scummy. I don't know. Like, the internet's getting fucking weird, man. It's getting like desensitized in one way, and it's getting too sensitive in another way, if that makes any sense. I think it does. Yeah, Rain, I saw that. We were just talking about that. I mean, hey, that's the reality of it is that's, you know, Frank's audience. That's what they're into. They want it. That's his name is literally fucking Frank Hassel. That's his stage name or screen name or whatever alias, you know. It's just weird. You know, Rich, it's just humor. Like, who are they? Like, I'll bet Frank Hassel wouldn't be so full of himself if he were the one facing repercussions. I'm kind of surprised that I mean, I'm not a lawyer, but you go to someone's house who doesn't want you there. They tell you flat out they don't want you there, but you go there. Isn't that trespassing? I mean, that sounds like trespassing to me. You know, they threatened him because he called them out on their own BS. Tevin's actually reasonable and criticizes and jokes around. Yeah, that's why I like Phil getting angry about his restreams. Like, dude, even if it is against TOS, which if it is, I'm not condoning if it is, but isn't Tevin talking over them? Doesn't that transform it into fair use? Like, Phil, you see that there's another problem there, whether it's TOS violating or not. Don't you see that there's another problem there, that there's more people watching someone restreaming your stream and it's someone talking over the restream? It does violate TOS? I don't know. Like, I mean, I've like, how though? Because I've like gone into other people's streams and been like, yo, what's up? I've been in Phil's streams a couple times and like I gave a super chat before. Yeah, I was going to say it's transformative. It's not. It's transformative. And now if he just restreamed Phil's stream, that would be different. If he just restreamed Phil's stream and like didn't say anything, which I have to admit, actually, I think I've seen Tevin do a time or two. But hey, that's just to keeping it real. That's a different story. But if I'm, you know, it's like when Howard Stern has someone prank call into another show. It's transformative because they're on it and talking over it. This is actually the pineapple spindrift I'm drinking right now. It's messed up, but Boogie would have been better off aiming at Frank. The only reason Boogie is in trouble is the risk to others. Yeah, I mean, like I said, I'm not saying the way he handled it was the right way to handle it. I just don't think he should have jail time. I think maybe a fine, community service, or maybe they'll do both, you know. Rich, did you hear that? Twitter is charging a subscription plan. I saw that. Are they only testing it out on certain people? I'm not sure if it's 100% accurate because it's not on mine yet. But then again, I'm not a partnered Twitter user, so I don't know. No, it's not. There's no alcohol in here. Only horses are in there. Bro, the shirt's still on. You know the deal, man. What is... Dodging dicks like the Matrix. Why are dicks being thrown at you? Like, where are you that you are dodging dicks? Oh, Google fish, man. You're like becoming a journalist here, bro. Gizna, Nintendo Switch 3. I've never heard of this website before. All right, so hold on. I'm going to send this to myself. It still may be newsworthy. I'll just make sure I put a grain of salt alert. But you know... Oh, Rich, you put up misinformation all the time. I'm like, I said it would take it with a fucking grain of salt. I said it could be entirely wrong. Like, what do you want me to do? Like, people talk... There's other websites that, like, what I'll say just take with a grain of salt. Like, accredited tech journalism websites they'll use that. One of them one time, remember the whole thing with they thought the PS5 was literally going to look like a refrigerator?
Grain of salt.
Yeah, when I went onto his stream, when I left bits for him, yeah. Shigeru Miyamoto, Rich, your lips are so luscious, so full and plump. But I think what DSP is referring to, first off, I don't think it's actually against TOS what Tevin's doing. If he's in the stream, if Tevin's just re-streaming his stream and not talking, which there has been a couple times I've seen him do, I can understand that. But if he's restreaming it and commentating over it, it's commentary. It's like when I use the Rochester Weatherman footage, I was talking about it. It's fair use. I was talking about it. Rich tomorrow. I am now dead and setting up a GoFundMe in my own name. Let's get into it. Well, if I was dead and setting up a GoFundMe by author Rich Masucci, you're not dead, dude. I sounded like Butthead there for a second. Hey, Rich, your thoughts on the 3080 Ti? Looks nice. It's the price isn't that. What is it? $1,200? And how not that you could buy anyone. Also, you're handsome. Why? Thank you for saying I'm handsome, James. Yeah, $1,200. Isn't the 3090 like $1,400? Yeah, it's then at that point get the fucking 3090. I thought it was going to be like $1,000. If it was $1,000, that's like, excuse you have $700. Okay, $300 more for the 3080 Ti. Decent bumper performance, but $500 more. Fuck, man. Oh, James. So Google Fish is becoming like a journalist at this point. Hell, look, Emacs is going up. Everyone realized that someone put out stupid. I almost feel like people put out that misinformation to make a bunch of people sell off so they could buy in and the price will go back up. I feel like that FUD. I know. Well, duh. I feel like a lot of times the FUD is purposeful FUD, so other people could make some profit. And I think that's what happened with Emacs today. Luckily, I didn't fall for it. I stayed in and actually buyed more in the dip so they could eat my ass. I mean, even with how much it dipped, I'm still in the black with it right now, or green. Some people say green, some people say black. Google Fish has now sent me a picture of a man's dick. Well, no, excuse me. He sent me a picture of a man's dick. But you can't fully see it because it's through like a pair of somewhat transparent underwear. It's a fairly huge dick, and the mushroom has a smiley face on it. Thank you. Thank you for that. Just notice my membership badge is gone and there's no option to rejoin. Did YouTube remove that option for mods? I don't think so. Let me see. I'll sign into... I don't think it'll show it for me. Let me switch to another user. Switch account. Yeah, just go to this one, dude. Yeah, just go to this one. No, it's letting me join. I'm looking at the membership right now, man. I'm looking at the membership right now, man. Yeah, no. It's yeah, I could literally join myself. I went to my actual, like, it's still under the same account, but it's not my non-Review Tech USA one. And I'm looking at, I could subscribe to myself. I could become my own member. You could become your own member. So let me switch back here. Shit, did I just switch out of my... Back here. Shit. No, I'm going to. Damn it. Did I just switch out of my actual YouTube account? Hopefully it doesn't fuck up my stream. Yeah, so I don't know what's up with you. Maybe just try reopening. That happens sometimes. Just try reopening your browser. Ah! What was that? That sounded juicy. Any juice come out? I am staking my ADA. Yeah, I mean, if it was like something with me, I'm like, oh shit, what happened? Did something happen to my account? Which we all know in 2021 can be, why am I echoing? I shouldn't be echoing. Mom, the mic setting is off. So, I don't know, man. That's strange. Rich, tomorrow I made Carlos into chicken nuggets. Let's get into it. Skip it a bop and dot up. Yeah, there's no echoing anymore. The only thing you may have been hearing echoing because I was listening to the stream when I went to go see if I could become a member to myself. And I could. Ricky, I missed your super chat. What was your super chat? Knowing you, it was a... I don't skip super chats even if it is something that's... You didn't super chat me, you son of a bitch. Ricky, you fucker. I missed your two-suit. Now, Solid Crusader. Arizona planning to use gas chambers for death row executions in World War II. Here is some crazy information I thought I wanted to share with you. Where was the other one, Solid Crusader? 5 farts, please. I'm feeling gassy. Fine. That was 5, right? Bloodborne is coming to Switch. I can believe it's coming to PC. Hey, Rich, I need help. I've known this girl since uni as friends, but is no longer interested with me and left me on read since last year. What do I do? Well, less since last year, dude. All you could do is just fart. Let's see your moons over my hammy. At that point, man, it's just done. Like, if you stop talking to someone for that long, I'm not trying to, like, you know, rain on your fire stick. I missed your super chat. How the hell am I missing all these super chats? Probably because I went off on, like, a tirade or something, right? The main thing he claims is Tevin being a thief for supposedly stealing his views and donations Tevin gets. Can't help but laugh at that. But the thing is... there has to be a like, here is the thing. I would hope, like, I have close to 1,200 people here. Thank you for being here tonight. I appreciate that. But I would hope if someone restreamed my stream just to commentate over it, that I would have more viewership than the restream. If I didn't, hey, something I got to figure out then. Maybe I'm not, you know, I have to step it up a notch. But when DSP has like 300 people watching his Twitch stream and Tevin has 1,100 people watching him commentate over restreaming Phil's stream, Phil should be like, okay, don't, like, stop worrying, Phil, about him restreaming you and whether it's fair use or not. Figure out why there's 4 times sometimes the amount of fucking people watching Tevin restream and talk about you than actually watch you. That's what should be really concerning you. Like, you get what I'm saying? Yes. Carlos, jump into your lap and rapid snort your third eye. My third eye, isn't that right here? Or are you talking about my other one, my hole? Oh, he's sniffing. Oh. 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 He's still a good-looking bird. Ever heard of Quentin reviews? Because I wish Scott could have put you on his special instead of him, because Quentin is straight up a turd. He actually asked me to be on that special. I just never got back to him with the video. Have you covered the Switch Pro leak? Is that the one that Google Fish just sent me? Like in France, isn't there another one where I think I saw an accredited like leaker on Twitter put up that they saw like cargo of the Switch Pro somewhere on like a cargo ship or whatever? I don't know. I'm just a man with a beard in front of a camera talking in front of a microphone that's in front of my face right now. What's that concern? See, I didn't realize it would be that in depth. Yes, that would be concerning. Phil's never gonna. Isn't he back partnered on Twitch now, or is he? I mean, he still has he's still a partner on YouTube. I think he's live streaming there now. Like, you know, Twitch, I thought they accepted him back in the partner program. But he's like, yeah, no, they fucked up and they haven't apologized. I won't go back. At least it's what I thought I saw him say out of his own mouth. But if Twitch just kind of, like if he was just a snorting man on the run, I meant to just do the snort, and was still like, it'd be like, dude, it's time to pack it in. But Phil's never going anywhere, though. I know a couple weeks ago I said something different because I thought that Twitch ban was going to stick. Not that I wanted it to. I have no reason to want it to. But you know, it's like, dude, now it's time to pack it up, bro. You know, I guess he technically didn't do anything wrong, so they gave him back his. It's what I thought I heard. He got back his partnership. Hey, Rich, I remember around the time of the PS5 launch, there were some gripes you had with it. Have things gotten better since then? A little bit. Like you could store games externally, like PS5 games on an external drive now. That should have been there from day one. But yeah, it's gotten more stable. I'm drinking a fiber drink, and my butthole is ready to rip and tear until it is done. Imagine Doom Guy just
spread your cheeks and just go to town.
That's so wrong how good that worked. That is so wrong how good that worked. Rip and tear. And then you could shit like a garbage can. That's something the width of a garbage can out. Rich, I bought my Series X on QVC. Don't be mad. I got money. I just couldn't wait. So you got it with all that cheap shit it comes with? DSP is the most, I would say, mostly lucky. I wouldn't even say, the fact that he could still make a living doing this after how many monumental fuck-ups. I'm not even talking about his financial woes that sound, if rumor is to be believed, okay, I'm just going by word of mouth with the WWE stuff. I always ask people to show me proof of his spending habits on WWE. Oh, there's proof out there. Okay, send me a link. Never get the link. I'm just saying, I have no reason to defend DSP, so if he did spend $40,000 on WWE champions, I would talk about it if it was proven. The reason why I've never made a video about it is because you can't fucking prove it. But generally, I would say that he's lucky, because with how much self-ownage that man has self-inflicted on himself. How you doing, Stanley? Doing good?
Spread your cheeks and just go to town.
Man, you know, good old Stanley Kendall, the man who from TCAP who got trolled. Yes, he's on my soundboard. Horrible human being, but he got trolled so brilliantly by the TCAP community. The one-liners they got from that man.
You're getting Grandpa excited.
They're gems. Horrible human being, but they are gems. Sony needs to get that slot active like now. Shut up! Shh. The bird is telling me things telepathically right now. Use your psychic powers to tell the world what you're thinking right now. Carlos?
You're getting Grandpa excited.
Oh, get the fuck out of here. Fuck that bird. Fuck him more than Todd. He's pecking at holes. Todd's putting his shitty fingernails in my cheese. My provolone. My provolone cheese. I'm getting it from left and right, man. The bird's fucking with me. Todd's fucking with me. The cucumber is about to attack my Series S. It's right there. Look at that cuke. That's a good-looking cuke. Captain Star Chaser, do you think it will get to the point where Xbox buys too many studios and Sony is starting to see that there will be a major leadership change in Sony because I feel a bit left out because of it? I don't know. I don't think they'll get a monopoly, if that's what you're worried about. I think they'll be all right. Carlos, my boy. Look how you massacred my boy. That was the best I could do right now with as baked as I am. Shigeru Miyamoto has mystical fantasies about me. Hopefully they involve Reggie Fils-Aimé. Because my body's ready. My ass! My ass! No, I would not care if someone restreamed me. Nope. I'm serious, too. I wouldn't care. If someone... Okay, asterisk. If someone just restreamed me like this with no kind of commentary and they were just being fucking weirdos, or like people have done this where they like downloaded my video, re-uploaded it, and had like a link to some kind of scam phishing site. Yeah. Or if someone was just restreaming this with no commentary, yes. If they were restreaming it, and even if it was like, hey, look at Rich, that fat, unfunny shit, go fuck him. Look at this guy. Look at him. He's just a guy on a screen with an ass like a man. I'd be like, all right, hey, he thinks I'm a man with an ass. He's right. I do have an ass, albeit hairy and flat. Kind of looks like if someone put hair on cottage cheese. That's actually my fart. It was a snapper. It's why I kind of yelped afterwards. It was like, ooh, that's my hole, man. Getting PTSD from that. I feel like that just came out of my hole yesterday. And DSP was there to sniff it. How did that smell, DSP? I thought, dude, who's that laughing? I thought you didn't laugh. I thought DSP was ha 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 ha. That's how DSP laughs. DSP tries it. Rich's hole. That's probably how he would sound if I let out a fart in front of him. So, like, if he smelled my hole. Like, oh, man, that stinks. So I wouldn't care if they were doing like what Tevin is doing. If they were just restreaming it like this and literally just restreaming my stream, yes, that's not okay. But that's the same with my videos, though. But if he's restreaming and saying, hey, look at this Review Tech USA guy, fuck him, and fuck his camera tripod, and he's ugly, and he's fat, and his titties flop in the wind when it's a windy day. They're like this. It looks like 2 mozzarella flags. Those are my titties right now. Look at them. Look at them flopping in the wind. Phew, look at this guy. I'm restreaming him and his mozzarella flop titties. Fine, stream it. It's called fair use, son. It's called fair use. I missed a lot of I am eating a grilled provolone turkey sandwich with extra horse. Now, that's wonderful. Glass Joe, I saw a video where a lady put an entire DualSense controller in her hole. Then pushed it out and used it to play Godfall. Why would she play Godfall? More importantly, what did that controller smell like? Because it doesn't matter how good you spray, even if you freshly took it. When you go deep in that hole, man, that's a cavern. That's a cavern. And there's going to be fragrances. It's going to be fragrances. Oh, make it gravy. Cut it off. I'm dry. Anyone knows who that's from? You get a seltzer. I don't think people will restream your uploads if you go shirtless in every stream. If they did that, they would say a lot about them. Well, again, if you want to restream and do commentary, that's fine. I'm perfectly okay with that. If you're doing a just vanilla restream with no commentary just to be sketchy, then no, that's not okay. That's literally illegal. But that's fair use. It's like, hey, you know what was fair use, and it's now reinstated on YouTube because Vox got scared off. My Verge gaming PC build live stream that actually got taken down, but that was fair use, so it got back up. But according to the editor-in-chief over at The Verge, he took down the strikes that he manually had his lawyer put up out of the kindness of his heart. No, you didn't. Shut the fuck up. That's why you blocked me on Twitter, too, because I called you out on that. Forgot the guy's name. He's actually an excellent reviewer. Again, like, I don't let my feelings about somebody let me judge their quality of work. One of the greatest tech reviewers, I think, on this website. But he's a dick. What if DSP restreamed? He would never, like, that's something I would do. Like, if there was someone I knew, like, if I had my Tevin, like, I would do a reverse mirror roast. I would do like a roastception. Like, if someone was streaming me to roast me, I would like restream them back streaming me to roast them, and it would be delicious. It would be just a luscious roast. We would just be roasting each other. Chestnuts roasting on an open fire. Butt cheeks dripping from your nose. My rock hard nips. Why am I singing Christmas songs? If it smells like fish, you eat all you wish. Smells like cologne, leave it alone. Where did you get that one from, son? Jack Frost nipping from your nose. Intro guy's nips are being scratched by a cat. And his butthole's being fondled by an Eskimo. Oh, man. Do you need me to call 911? You're concerning me, Richie Poo. Didn't Keemstar report on DSP fapping? Someone just talked about Keemstar. You just walked in on a man sitting in a chair talking into a microphone about random shit. That is what you call. Well, that is what you walked in on. But I don't know, man. Like Carlos the Christmas chicken. When Christmas comes around, you got to realize Carlos is a I mean, I overused him way too much in a short period of time. Moonshade. But Carlos, he's a relatively new bird. I just came up with that idea like a couple months ago. Carlos the ass-eating chicken. So he'll be around this Christmas. I did retire Carlos. He's not. Did you see any videos with any kind of Carlos skits today? I'll fuck around in this stream and stuff like that. Like this, the streams to me are a totally different audience. I would 70-30. I would say 70% of 30% of the people from my videos come here. But there's a much different audience. So these streams are done for a different person. And the different people, like, they like when I sit here and kiss a porcelain bird in my streams. Videos, not so much. They don't want that bird. They're like, I've seen Carlos is too good looking for the screen. They say that Carlos steals the show. Or they just think that the jokes get annoying after a while and they're tired of seeing them in every single fucking video, which I kind of can't blame them. Sexy Coco must make a return, Rich or Ralph. Well, Ralph, it was actually literally a stalker of mine. Sexy Coco, I got to be careful with, man. Because as much as that character, I think, is a fantastic character, it was not made with a racist thought in my head. I know it will be perceived now with the cancel culture of 2021 much differently. So I couldn't bring it back. Abby, no, I'm not okay, man. I'm kidding. I'm fine, Abby. I don't know why you keep asking me if I'm okay. About a week ago, I told you that I had my last day in retail. Now I work from home and get to watch you and get paid. All praise to her. That's one nice thing. There's downsides to working home. Like right now, you're in the honeymoon stage of working home. Like I remember when I first in 2013 started YouTube in full time. And it was weird to like, wait a second, this is my job. Like I don't have to get dressed to go to work for the first time in my life. I mean, I got laid off, but still, like, you know, it was the first job I had where it was like, what do I do? Like I think it was regular car reviews. Love that channel. Haven't watched it in a while though, because YouTube, even though I'm subscribed with the bell, doesn't recommend it to me. So I forget. But he was talking about his experience with when he started full-timing YouTube, and it's kind of surreal at first. Like, wait a second, my job is to sit here in front of this mic with the gameplay footage at the time, and this is it. It's like a euphoric. I mean, like I said, you'll know that you're gonna have to have a lot of discipline. As a person who I am awful at time management, I will tell you that can be tough. I probably literally have ADHD. I'm going to be getting tested to find out. So that makes it tough because I can't time manage in when to take a shit. So that'll be a hurdle. That will definitely be a hurdle. Regular breasts reviews. Yeah, I don't think that would be that'll be Google Fish's channel. Today I'm reviewing some fucking titties. But I would say, though, I mean, you may have someone that you have to check into, but still, though, like they're leaving you to your own devices to be productive to get the work done. That's where it gets tough because you have distractions. You have, God, when my kids are here, Simon Anthony James, thank you very much. Talk about distractions. So that's a challenge. Like, one thing I could recommend to you, I don't know what kind of job you're doing, is find a private place to do it. Make it like even if it's you just walking down your hallway. Take it from a guy who's been doing this shit now for almost a decade. Oh, that's so depressing. I'm really old. Doing YouTube. I've been almost fucking full-time in YouTube. I've been doing it since 2013 full-time. But take it from a guy who's been doing this for a while, working from home. Find a distraction-free place. I don't care whatever your field is. Find a distraction-free place that it still feels like you're going to work. Because if you don't have that isolation to be productive, I don't know if you're married, I don't know if you have kids, I don't know if even if you're living with family, whatever, it definitely cuts down your productivity. And with what I do, it could cut down on your creativity. Dude, the CRT video is up. The CRT video has been up for a couple months, man. You can check that out on my channel right now. So, yeah, that's advice I could give you about any job about working home is make sure you have like a place you could go to work. Don't just try to work from your bed where your kids are hopping back and forth or whatever. Like, it's not going to work. Like, you have to have a place. Like, I got to say that about this room. Even when my kids are here, yeah, they'll knock on the door a couple times, but it's like, this is work. Like, go, hang out with Peepaw and Grammy. Retails are crying because they can't find employees. The response to that is raise wages and benefits. You'll have applicants around the corner waiting to get that job if you do. Yeah, I don't want to, because one time I went down that Pandora's box and we never got out of it for the rest of the stream. But that's a complex scenario. Who's saying the CRT video isn't up? Is someone just trolling now? Oh, okay. The CRT with the Switch. Maybe I will do that. So, Captain Star Chaser, that maybe it'll be a topic for another video, because I could talk about that shit all night. I hate working from home. The wife does. I love working from home. There's definitely, to me, I like not having a boss. I like that I can, literally walk to the other side of the house, scratch my nuts, and work. I do love it. I generally would take it any day of the week than going to a place to work. It was cool, though, when I had the office. I mean, it was still my own thing. I could still come and go as I please, but having the office and kind of having like that isolation was nice. What if tits had hair under them? I'm sure some do. Yeah, he's been shooting powdered milk for years. What the hell are you talking about, B-Man? But I think, yeah, that's a tough one. Like, I love working from home, but the advice I could give to you, like, hey, it's great, man. Congratulations. That's fantastic that you're working from home. Like I said, I wouldn't trade it for anything in the world. But just make sure you could be as productive as you want to / need to be. You know what I mean? I was diagnosed with ADHD. I'm pretty damn sure that I have it. I'm pretty damn sure that I have ADHD. But Brewhouse Xbox, interesting name. Main problem for me is I started the job after I got our apartment. 670 square feet isn't enough space. And I'm not sure what you're doing again. I don't know. Maybe find a place like, I don't know if you have is it a 1-bedroom? Is it a 2-bedroom? Is it a studio? You'll figure it out, man. Or maybe you have to move into a different spot. Get a different place. If you love the job enough and it's going to be a part of your life, then that would be worth it. You know what I mean? I'm getting very serious now. The medical edibles are making me serious tonight. I'm Richard Serious Tech USA. Skididip, dip, 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 dip. You could do some 4K gaming with a 3060. I mean, yeah, I'm kind of bummed about the price of the 3080 Ti, man. Kind of bummed about it. Like, I was expecting 1,000. And again, it only has 12. Yo, Rich, go check the Emacs Twitter new post. Uh-oh. Why are you making me nervous? Not that I really have anything to be nervous about, but, let me look. Let me look. Let me look. Times Square, I saw that. I saw that. When was the post? Was it new or no kids and I'm not married? I have to be by myself since I deal with government docs, so I set up an office just for work. Thanks for the advice. So yeah, no matter the size of your home, no matter the line of work that you are doing from home, like, try to isolate it from the rest of the environment because you'll get distracted, whether it be like, again, you said you're not married and you don't have kids, but still something else could distract you, man. I don't know, like maybe a giant unicorn will bang against your apartment window and bang into it, and all of a sudden you'll be like, I'm a horse, but I'm not a horse because I have wings and a horn, so I'm a unihorse, and I'm banging against your window, and now I sound like a bird. I'm making no sense right now. Yeah, I want to take your time, bird. Man, I'm so fucking tired. Yeah, you and me both. I'm feeling it right now. Yeah, mental distractions too. It doesn't even matter if you live alone. Like, find a way to get you away from as many of those distractions as possible, because those distractions, next thing you know, you'll get a third done of what you want to. I could kind of see why, and this isn't based on any fucking statistics. This is just personal experience. I could kind of get why certain companies want people to go back into work now that, at least for now, the COVID crisis is waning. Because you're definitely more productive if you're in an environment that's dedicated to productivity. Without a doubt. Turbo Express is emptying it out as whole, ladies and gentlemen. It depends on the line of work. You know, I know it, like I was saying before, I didn't finish. It's definitely like a euphoric feeling. Like when I first started doing this, I'm like, how the hell did this happen? Like, just sitting in front of the mic, and at the time I was using gameplay footage, like, how did this turn into a job? How did this? It was like surreal. It just, I remember just like having to like rub my fucking eyes almost like a cheesy actor in a movie. It was like, wait, what the fuck? Like, this thing I started back in 2008 as a nerd, thinking that maybe it would get me a job in radio, never thinking that YouTube itself would become a job. Like, I get to do this and get paid for it. It was the weirdest feeling in the world, in a good way. It was the weirdest feeling in the world. No, I don't miss using gameplay footage. Not at all. I would not go back. I was going to do it maybe for like one video when I got that nice capture card. But no, I don't miss it. I don't miss it at all. I have more fun with the footage. So... yeah, it's... if Brian from Tech Yes City said the same thing about working... yeah, it's a weird feeling. It's just strange. It's like, how is this real? How is this real life? I really have no more beverage up here. Like, none at all. Got more seltzer. In regular car reviews was saying, he's like, wow, he's like, I'm watching all these people... It was in the morning. He woke up when he first started full-time on YouTube, and he's like, I'm watching, like, man, I used to be that guy with the rush hour. I'm sitting here relaxing, drinking my coffee. I'm seeing the cars fly by. And it's a surreal, like, I went from one of the most hellish shift jobs working a third. Some people love third shift. I don't handle third shift well. So I went and I would like wake up in middle night, mid panic attack, wake up already in a panic attack, having panic attacks at work. So I go from this hellish shit job, at least to me, to doing something that I was doing for free because I like it so much. It was a strange feeling. It was a weird feeling in a good way. Like, how the fuck did I get here? You know? I did not like. Brian Davis, you may love third shift, man. You may love third shift. I'm just saying for me, my ideal shit, like if I was working, a normal job, what the fuck is a normal job really anyway, but, I would like if I was single or if I had no kids, I couldn't work that shift now. But when I was single with no kids, my ideal shift was second shift, like 2 to 10. Oh, it was great. You could sleep in. You can. You didn't have to wake up and run right into work. Perfect shift. That was my one that I liked. My second favorite was 9 to 5. Like, because first shift, according to IBM, how they had it, first shift you had to be there at fucking 6 in the morning. God, having to wake up 4:30 for work. Hated that too. Everyone would be like, "Oh wow, I'm so jealous. You got first shift at IBM when you were there. I wish I had first shift." I'm like, "Oh, you'd be able to have your whole day to yourself." I'm like, "No, that's you're dumbasses. You don't get it." Okay, I get out at 2 or 2:30, but you still have to wake up earlier. So your day's just shifted. It's not that you're gaining time because of that shift. Like, you just have to now wake up a lot earlier. So my second favorite shift was 9 to 5. How did you deal with work anxiety? I didn't. That job wouldn't have lasted. And again, 9 to 5, I'm fine. 2 to 10, I'm fine. Even that IBM shift, that super early one, I hated it. But that I was fine with too. But that's the only time I really got work anxiety, was that third shift job. Even the other third shift job, that didn't happen to me. Finally got myself an OLED. I got an LG C10. Can't wait to get it set up. Yeah, it's a beautiful picture, man. You're going to love it. I assure you, you're going to love it. Yo, Rich, you ever see the waffle eater video? No, I have no idea what that is. Yeah, I love regular car reviews. Someone actually said about, I found regular car reviews back in the day. Actually, it's the same guy I know who recommended Emacs to me. He's like, "Hey, Rich, I found if you reviewed cars," they were talking about my YouTube channel, "if you reviewed cars, you would be this guy." And I watched regular car, and as soon as I'm like, yep, he's right. When he started, the first thing that regular car reviews was talking about was Mr. Regular was talking about was dicks and cocks and shitting, and I'm like, yep, that probably would be me. Yeah, KGR, thank you very much, man. I appreciate that. Man, oh man, oh man. A lot of people here tonight. Thank you very much. That may motivate me to stream a little longer because there's a lot of people here this evening. Yeah, so I don't know how. That's another one. Someone's talking about swing shifts. I don't know how people do fucking swing shifts. I don't some people oh, one night I had to work from 2 to 10, then I had to be back in at 6 in the morning, then I had to work a third shift that next night, so I was there for 24 hours straight on 3 hours of sleep. I'm I've done overtime. That's not what my issue is. It's not about putting in the extra hustle, but where I don't have a sleep schedule, I can't fuck with that. I can't fuck with that. I can't, like that. Like I know some people that I know some nurses and stuff that do that, where it's like, all right, one night they have to work from 2 to 10, and then they have to be back in at 6, and then they have to work with I don't understand how you adjust your body. Like your body gets used to a sleep schedule. Like how do you do? I don't know. I just got a VGA CRT. My consoles look epic. Yeah, they will. Oh god, it look gorgeous, man. CRTs are amazing, dude. Like I said, I still have that CRT in my living room. I'm going to keep it. Would you prefer 4 10-hour days or 5 8-hour? 4 10 hours. I'd rather have the extra 2 hours in the 4 days. I used to have a shift called I used to work something called a boat, where you worked open to close like 3 days. And then you had 4 days. No, or you worked 4 days. No, you worked 4 days and you had 3 days off. So you worked 4 boats, they called them. That was nice though, man. But even though it was like, because it was retail, it was weird days off. So yesterday, Patrick Flanagan drove for the first time on the interstate for 70 miles from New Hampshire to Boston. It was awesome. What kind of car did you drive, man? Yeah, driving is a liberating feeling. Hello from Concord, Jojo to Gamer. How are you? Yeah, yes, Oceans, I've heard that before. I've heard that I should stream it. I've noticed like I get different growth. That's why I'm going to stay on longer tonight. Why not? Military helps you I could never get used to it. I'm very weird with sleep, man. If I don't get a certain amount of sleep, I'm really fucked up. It's probably why I'm kind of fucked up tonight. I slept kind of crap. I mean, I slept, but I slept kind of crappy. Trucking is the same way. I wish I could have a sleep schedule. Yeah, I don't. Man, I don't know. Maybe I'm also spoiled too. I'll admit it, because of this job where, you know, I mean, when I have my kids, it's different. My kids, you go by their schedule. Doesn't. Oh, Daddy, you want 5 hours of sleep tonight? You're gonna get 2 instead, because I'm gonna wake up screaming because I don't want to sleep. But when they're not here, I am spoiled where it's like, I mean, I kind of sleep and work on a second shift because I want the hours of sleep in, so this time of night I have energy to do these streams and continue talking for 2+ hours. But I do get to wake up when I want to, which is usually around like anywhere from like 9 to 10:30. It's not that I'm waking up at 3 in the afternoon, but that's my schedule. And the reason, like I said, the reason I do it like that is because I want to be awake for these streams. My job. So, did you get the Lord Gaben candle? I have not, Courtney. My job runs from 2 p.m. to 9:30 p.m., but oftentimes they call me in for a midnight to 7 a.m. that day. I can say no, but I'm a starving late bloom college student. Yeah. And the companies always hold that against you too. Hey, Rich, you know, if you can do it, would you mind just staying for a couple hours extra tonight? You know, I got my kids. Oh, okay, no, not a problem, not a problem. All right, he's going to be the first one to get a pink slip if there's any kind of, we need to lay off some staff. All right, yeah, no, not a problem, though. You don't think they hold that shit against you? I know they do for a fact. About to take 6 planes ready for the Karens. Oh, you'll meet plenty of Karens. Dude, just go in a grocery store, you see Karens. My name is Ocam's Razor. Ah, okay. I'll remember that now. I got that treatment from Best Buy. So happy I left. Yeah. Yeah, it's a whole mind fuck of a game where it's like, okay, you're saying, is this optional or is it optional, meaning that sure, it's optional, you don't have to work it, but you'll be the first to get fucked if there's any kind of cutbacks or anything. So God forbid you have a life out of work and maybe you have to do something with your kids, or maybe or you're also a college student and you have stuff to study for, or maybe you already worked 50 fucking hours and you don't want to work anymore, so you're not required to. But if you say no, you're on the shit list. You're on their list. So if anyone needs to get axed, you're the first to go. Oh, you wanted a raise? Well, there was that. Remember that one time 12 fucking years ago where you didn't work that one extra shift? You need to show more dedication. Oh, I hate that shit. I hate that shit with a passion. Wife said I couldn't do a 50 dono for Nib, so here's 5. Thank you very much. You do get a fart and you get a chicken. I have to piss. I'll be right back. And I have to sneeze. Gotta piss. Boom, 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 boom. Why am I singing such a sweet voice? That's a Marky Mark song. It's such a good vibration. It's such a sweet temptation. I wish you take the camera with you when you pinch a loaf, lol, 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 lol. Huawei is launching its new OS, Harmony OS, next week. Thoughts? It won't do anything. There's no way with how much market penetration. Not that I would not want to see another competitor, but there's just no way with the market penetration that Microsoft, that Apple and Android have, that there's any way anyone else could squeeze in. Even if they make it like compatible, fully compatible with Android apps or whatever. Stop. Nope. 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 Why is it none of your business, man? You're asking what I take the edibles for. I have severe generalized anxiety disorder and shoulder issues. And both of those combined got me approved. And they help out quite a bit. They've been life-changing. My life is not perfect. I still deal with anxiety and depression and stuff like that. And, that's never going to completely go away. And then, you just deal with it and you have tools and that's fine. But I'm in a much better place than I was in 2019. Yes, I did say penetration. It's such a good vibration. Ugh. Rich, is the bathroom stream coming out? Yes, I'm gonna ruin my channel and get it taken down for my butt for a terms of service violation by celebrating me urinating. That will be my 1 million subscriber stream. Let me get my channel shut down. That would be a brilliant idea. I market her penetration every night, if you know what I mean. Yeah, you know, with my schlong. I actually just, pee on the floor. Well, basically, or actually, no, I pee in my cat's litter box. We share the litter box. We both take dumps. Imagine me taking it. Fun fact, when I was a teenage asshole, because I'm totally not an asshole now. We lived in a townhouse, and downstairs was a home theater. It had everything but a bathroom. At the time, it had a cutting-edge Sony projection TV, rear projection TV. It had Dolby Surround, the whole nine. My dad made a whole home theater setup. But it didn't have a pisser. So what I would do is pee in the litter box. And then I would blame it on our fat cat, Sebastian. Like, my dad would go clean the litter. Like, Jesus Christ, what cat's pissing this? Because they had 3 cats, my parents. So like, oh, I guess I saw Sebastian go in there. He took a big fucking moose piss. But it was me. I wasn't doing it. Yeah, I was in like late junior high school, early high school. I didn't give a shit. It wasn't that I was doing it to be morally correct. I just didn't want to go upstairs and piss. I was too lazy. I was watching a fucking movie. Or I was playing Nintendo 64 or something. The funny thing is, though, man, I'm a fucking idiot. Because I could have there was a sliding glass door that I could have just opened and pissed right out there. Yet for some reason I pissed in the litter box. I never said I was smart. Dirty secret from the breast. I sometimes play your videos at half playback because you sound hilariously shit-faced. I recommend this to all viewers. Yes, I have done that before. It actually makes anything fucking sound funny. So, yeah, I don't understand why I did that now thinking back. Simple, just whip your dick out and piss under your deck. Use your dick to piss outside your deck! I didn't hit the button fast enough. Windows Phone was Windows Phone really wasn't that bad. Just the app support wasn't there. It really was actually pretty fun. It could have been. It had a lot of potential. But Microsoft,
you blew it.
They did. It's a true story. They blew it. Oh man. But it's true. Like, I just think back, that was a really smooth brain move of 13 to 15-year-old Rich. Could have just peed outside in the grass. Just slide the door. No one would have even saw, even though it was townhouses, and just, No.
Getting Grandpa excited.
No.
Spread your cheeks and just go to town.
Well, why would I have to spread my cheeks? I was pissing. What? No, This is going downhill fast. Yeah, okay. Let's think back. And maybe I'm not as smooth-brained as I thought. Okay. No, let's say it was raining outside, or it was a really muggy night. There was mosquitoes. I don't want a mosquito biting my small penis. Or if it was snowing, or we were in townhouses, so if I was just pissing outside under my deck, my neighbor, they could have saw. Yeah. All right, I take it back. It was still laziness and a douchebag thing to do, but there was a little bit more logic to Rich urinating in the litter box. I'm really trying to defend this right now, but man, they always blamed it on the fat cat. They always like, oh man, Sebastian must have pissed again. It's like taking up the whole. I'm thinking to myself, no, that was me. No, that was me. I just didn't. I was too lazy to go upstairs to pee. I never said I wasn't an asshole. I never said I wasn't an asshole. Yeah, Rich is the real Todd. Rich is kind of a douche, huh?
Fuck you! Give me my chicken!
I didn't mean that, but we'll take it. Yeah, that was a real douchebag. Oh, man, that cat. Man, the cat is just pissing all in this litter box. Yeah, no, that was me. Why? Because I'm a fucking asshole. Why am I a fucking asshole? Because I'm a fucking asshole. Instead of taking the extra 2 seconds just to go right up the steps and just spread your dick and go to town. Wait, spread your dick? Yeah, don't do that. Just pee. Nope, Rich couldn't do that. Too much work. Too much work for a 13 to 15-year-old Rich. Just go and it was the back room. It was funny. It was so fucked up because it was like the back room where like the music it wasn't anywhere near, but there was like, no, wait, I'm envisioning the room now. It's amazing when you're stoned how much more you can envision things like this. There was a TV. Then there was the back audio room where my dad had all of the equipment. And then there was the other room where the litter box was. But they were kind of the same room, just 2 different doors, and that's where I would go to piss, in the litter box, and blame it on the cats. That is from Richard Simmons from somewhere. Rich, do a shirtless ASMR with your Beavis and Butthead impressions. There's still over 1,100 of you here. Thank you. Listening to this old, stoned man talking about his childhood memories of pissing in a litter box. Think about what you're doing with your life right now. Think about that. Like if you're, like say you have whether it's significant other, boyfriend, girlfriend, husband, wife, and they walk in, hey honey, what are you doing? Oh, I'm watching some middle-aged man in front of him night talk about how when he was a teenager he used to piss in a litter box and blame it on his fat cat. Breast milk is the best milk, that is true. But imagine you explain that. No, dude, it ain't sad, or maybe it is sad, but I do the same thing. I'll sit there and watch Camelot shirtless for an hour and a half. Cody, I'm talking about you, sitting there looking like Solid Snake. I turned on my flashlight. I turned on my fleshlight. I've never tried penis milk. Daddy, where's my super PP switch? Today sucked. We may not see it. You got to understand, like, these accredited rumors have been, why do you coming, for years. Like, they were being talked about back in the, so Nintendo just may be like, fuck you, give me my chicken. We're just going to talk about current gen Switch games. If you don't like it, like Metro Gaming says it best, breasts. Breasts. Did I mention breasts? So they may not even, they've been talking about, it's not like the rumors have just, oh, but Rich, those rumors are from, bad sources back now. The Wall Street Journal's not a bad source. Like, they've been talking about this shit for a minute, man. So it may not happen. Maybe we may just be stuck with our initial Nintendo Switch. Imagine I just did a whole stream just talking like this for the rest of the stream. Imagine I did YouTube videos. Hi guys, this is my voice for the rest of my career. I'm Rich at Review Tech USA. Rated M for mature. Real mature. Don't look at me like that. I hope Cody makes it to Daytona. His truck broke down a couple hours out and he couldn't find a rental. Has to be there by 7. You mean Camelot? What the fuck is going on with him? Nintendo caused cancel culture to happen? How? They kind of stay out of that shit. You want me to say litter box again? We got to do that with some real dramatic litter box. Now you can crop in and zoom in on my beautifulness. That's why I paused there. Ah, that sucks, man. I wish him well. That really does suck, huh? Shit. For Cody, B-Man. Men are hot. Googlefish just, like, comes out with the weirdest shit. And, I'll just be, like, you know, parked at, like, a supermarket, and all of a sudden I'll get a message from Googlefish, like, would you sprinkle pixie dust on my taint? Like, that's just that'll be literally what I'll get a message from at like 2:30 in the afternoon. Thank you, Googlefish, for that insight. Or like, Rich, my asshole smells like cottage cheese. Thank you, Googlefish. I have an interview tomorrow for a local game store full time. Hey, man, good for you. The local stores can, so long as they have a solid business, a lot of the local stores, there used to be that one's Dragon's Den. They tried to make a comeback, like, because the initial Dragon's Den owner, like, didn't pay his taxes for, like, 5 years, because that'll always go over real well. Hey, I have a public business that, hey, IRS, you haven't seen a return for me in half a decade. Bet you're never going to notice. So that got shut down. There's actually a video, like my 300 subscribers special video. I actually really did that. It's sad. This mic is getting creaky. That they closed down, but I was in that store, Dragon's Den. Then they tried to reopen back up in like 2017, and that didn't work out well. And the pandemic, or no, actually later than that, I think it was 2019. Then like the pandemic happened, and that didn't work out too well for them. Kind of shut them down real quick. Hi, Rich. So Breast Buy finally selling 3080 Ti in store only, but same shit anyway. I was here at 10 a.m. where they open and no luck whatsoever. Graphics cards. How much? It's going for $1,200, right? Yeah, $1,200 only gives you 2 gigs more of a frame buffer. And how much is the difference in performance? It's kind of like at that point, well, if you're telling me you get a 3080 Ti, I might as well get a fucking 3090 for only a couple $100 more. I thought they were going to price the 3080 Ti at $1,000. That was what the rumor mill was saying. It's what the cool kids by the water cooler were talking about. But what was I talking about? You don't know. Yeah, I'm a little annoyed with the 3080 Ti. It wasn't. Well, I think the 3080 should have had 12 gigabytes of GDDR6X. And then you have 24 in the 3090 and maybe have like 16 in the 3080 Ti. Like, I don't like how they did the frame buffers. According to Gamer Nexus review, compared to 3080, the 3080 Ti is 70% more expensive for the average of 5 to 10% more performance. Fuck no. I expected more than that. Now, again, if it was $1,000, dude, even it's only 5 to 10% more, even for a $300. Because it's $700 for, or is it seven? No, it's $800 or $799 for the 3080, right? So it'd be $200 more. $200 more for a 3080 Ti, going from $800 to $1,000. Fine. But going $1,200, and then you're approaching that 3090 tear. At that point, just get the fucking 3090. Look here, Richard. Listen to your fan base. I'm not listening to my farts. I need more seltzer. Bless my can. Oh, don't do it. Don't do it. Oh. You are the bird I always hoped you would be. Be careful down there. No, I'm not enjoying the Boogie downfall. I watched the video. I think the video is fine. I actually think he handled it very well in that video. And I'm not enjoying. I don't enjoy other people suffering. I may call people out on their clownery and laugh at the clownery, like with DSP, but like when his channels get wrongfully terminated because of trolls, I don't laugh at that. When he gets swatted, I don't laugh at that. When it affects his personal life, I don't laugh at that. Now, when he cries about people going into his personal life because he puts his personal information out there, that I laugh at because that's just him being lacking self-awareness and being an idiot. But when, I don't want to see DSP get hurt. I don't want to see people trying to shut his livelihood down. I don't want to see people doxing him. You know what I mean? So I don't enjoy, like, people suffering. That's not okay. Yeah, I heard, and I purposely didn't watch the video because I like reacting naturally to things, whether it be like a comedy stream, like I'm going to do the Crowcat E3s, montages, that'll be fun. But I like not watching them first, so my reaction's natural. And everyone was like, I saw some people saying like, oh my God, Boogie hasn't learned anything and this and that. I'm like, oh no. The video was fine. If anything, I thought he was more calm and collected than I would be in the same situation he is. Oh, he was asking for subs. Who the fuck cares? It was fine. The video was absolutely okay. It was actually a good video, and I think he handled it well. I don't know really what else to say. But yeah, Mario Paul, but yeah, that's really my only thing. Like everyone, there was really nothing bad there with the video. Like everyone was like, oh my God. Like I really think people have tragedy boners. Like they get off seeing other people get destroyed. We already talked about this. It's true. I'm not going to go into the whole thing again, but yeah, people have tragedy boners, man. I'm not even talking like the psycho trolls and stalkers like I was talking about before. Why do you think there's so many people that love like fucking reality shows and shit? J-Par, why do you think you're banned? People love shit shows. People love other people's misery or drama. Obviously, a lot of those shows, it's manufactured fake drama to seem real in those reality shows. But people love that shit, man. They love it. I don't understand. Rich, I don't enjoy people suffering, but I do condone people doing their business in a cat's litter box. Let's get into it. Hey, 15-year-old me would be like, right on, man. I will say, though, I'm very proud of myself, and I give myself a pat on the back. I've never taken a dump in a cat's litter box. That would be just fucking nasty at that point. You can't really lie. And the thing was, even not only would I not do that, I'm not that much of a scumbag. It's just like, you really, even if, you know, you can't really be like, oh yeah, that big, long, giant fucking baseball-sized turd. Yes, that totally came out of a cat. I swear. Like, like, oh, this 6-foot turd came out of a cat, huh? When the fuck did a horse? When the fuck did a horse shit in my litter box? Yeah, but wait, hold on. This is an incredible comment that taking a dump in a cat's litter box, it must be a personal thing to hate the cat. My cousin did it to his because she took a dump on. So your cousin took a dump in your cat's litter box because the cat took a dump in your cousin's bed? I have fucking questions. Wasn't that like a slogan for you've got questions, we've got answers? Whose was that? Are you enjoying? So on the subjects of graphics card, GTX 1080 is currently 450 pounds for secondhand. I've been trying to get one. Why the fuck it has super issues with my graphics tablet? I don't know exactly what that is in US dollars. That's a lot of fucking money. I wouldn't do that. That's a lot of money for a really old, now 5-year-old graphics card. Don't. Lori Floof. Lori Floof. Lori Floof. Oof. Lori Floof. Lori Floof. Oof. Lori Floof. Lori Floof. All right, that's annoying. I just sang your name, Lori Floof. There you go. I used to work at Radio Shack back in the day. It was such a... I know I've talked about this guy before. The job itself wasn't awful, but God, my manager was such an unbearable, creepy, horny dork. I'm not even kidding. Yo. Chris. We'll just call him Chris. Obviously, I'm not going to give away his last name. I actually remember it for some reason. Who is your all-time favorite YouTuber? There's so many, dude. I'm not just saying that as a dismissive answer. I'm saying that because I think I have to take a dump soon. I remember he was really over the top. Like he would suck any corporate dick he had to try to get further in the company, which how did that end up working out with Radio Shack closing down? But you used to have to ask for, like, they had I think it was the Lance Armstrong thing for cancer research, and you used to have to, and the other thing too is that you used to have to borderline beg to try to sign people up for phone contracts. And I remember he would he had a voice like this, really high pitched. He was a really big guy. Tall dude, heavy set dude, but he had a really high pitched voice. And he used to jump in front of the door and literally fucking block people to try to get them to look at the phones before. He almost would pull on their feet please God, look at the fucking phones. Sign up for a fucking contract. But then if a woman came in that he found attractive, he would get real fucking weird. And I remember there was me and this other guy, Randy, or so I work with there. He was helping out a woman customer. She was a good looking woman. And we were all laughing because he was basically as he was, I mean, I think it was just like a nervous twitch, but it's still, you could, he was like, because he was like trying to poorly flirt with her. And as he was helping her with the product, he looked like he was dry humping the desk behind. He was just like, so if you go like this, I'm thrusting my penis into this piece of wood right now as I'm helping you with your phone. And you would think, all right, Rich, maybe he just had like a nervous thing because he was just doing it and he was just thrusting. Because I have nervous thrusts as well. Said no one ever. I actually still think he was horny, but whatever. His other thing I found out from people who hung out with him outside of work was he would go to a club or bar. He would try to hit on women. And then he would like, he thought, because he had like the HTC Evo at the time, and that was like the Android phone to have. So he would like try to flex to them and show them the phone, and that didn't work. Then he would just take random fucking selfies with these women. And here's where it gets real weird. He had an app on the phone that it would take him and the woman's picture and to see what their baby would look like. And after he took the selfie with them, be like, hey, if we had a baby together, this is what it would look like. I assure you that man never got any vagina doing that. Matter of fact, you probably got more restraining orders than fucking... Oh, God. Oh, Chris. Oh, Chris. Yeah, that's something that... And, like... That's, like... worse than if you're on a dating app and the first way you introduce yourself to a woman is like a picture of your dick. That's less creepy than what that guy did. I condemn both. They're both fucking weird. But here, hey, how you doing? I just met you. Here's what our children would look like. What the fuck is wrong with you? Hey, Rich, a friend of mine by the name of Lunar Nocturne got his Discord account hacked, and support staff won't help since they thought he was the one who did the stuff the hacker did on his account. That sounds terrible. I don't really know what I can do. You know, I don't know the exact backstory either. I don't know who's, you know, you'd have to prove innocence and stuff like that. Yeah. He was like my age. He was like, yeah, I think he actually was older. I think he was already in his 30s. I wasn't even in my 30s yet. That dude, Chris Madre, I'm sorry I couldn't give you a better answer, but... Dude, yeah, that was so weird. You know? And the fact of, like, even back then... There's no woman would be like, oh, wow, you have such a nice phone. Like, he used to, like, people, I know people, why they hung out with him outside of work, I don't know. I'd rather bash this can against my head until it cut my head open than hang out with him. But I guess people hung out with him, and he was always like that. He was always like, and he would, like, use his phone as a way to, like, flex. So they're like, hey, look at the top of the line. Like, who gives a fuck? Like, who's going to be like, yeah, oh, wow, you have a contract for 2 years and you spent even more money to get a better phone. Man, my panties are going to come off for you. I don't know. I'll never understand people like that. It's like that mass shooter, Elliot Rodger, like... Some people think that's what it's like. He didn't get it. He's like, dude, I have money. I have a nice car. Why can't I get laid? You can't get laid because you're a fucking freak. You know, it does, like, it's not about, I mean, yeah, there's, like, if you have, like, Jeff Bezos kind of money, then yes, you could buy your way to a woman that you want. But 99.9% of women don't give a shit about any of that. Like, if the guy that, you know, is sweeping the floors at Walmart has the better looks and better personality, he's going to get laid all the time. It doesn't. You could be making 8 figures a year, 7 figures a year, have a mansion and drive a few $100,000+ cars. If you're a fucking weirdo, no one cares. If you're actually cool and people and women or men find you attractive on top of the fact that you have the money, it's a bonus. But like Elliot, yeah, like I remember like seeing those vlogs. They were so creepy of him, and he was like, I have nice clothes, I have a nice car. Yes, but you're a fucking freak that talks like a robot. So it doesn't matter how nice your BMW is or how expensive your jacket, your leather jacket is $10,000 fucking dollars. As soon as you open your mouth, they want to go dip themselves in bleach because you're a freak. Like, sorry. Bill Gates is funny. Hey, hey, no pressure or anything. I was just wondering if I could just put my fist up your ass after work tonight. But yeah, Melinda's going out bowling, so if you want, I could see how many fingers I could stick in your holes, if you'd like. Hey, like, it's just so funny. It's like, he like, no pressure. He's like, hey, Melinda's going out of town, and we know we have that business meeting coming up. I could butt fuck you in the parking lot if you're comfortable with it. No pressure, though. Thanks, Bill. Thanks for not putting the pressure on me to stick it in my ass in the parking lot. I appreciate that. Bad take. Watch any super yacht videos. Oh, I'm sure there are callous, cold women that are solely out there for the dollar. That's why I said like 90, because there is that minuscule percent that are that vapid. And yes, Carlos is a beautiful bird. Hey, hey, what's going on? It's Bill Gates. Melinda's out of town, and I was wondering if I could jerk off in your office and shoot a big rope across your eyebrows. Hope you would, if you wouldn't mind. I'll forever have the 23193 cordless phone battery SKU burned into my brain from working at radio. Oh God, the SKUs, because I was there, and then you have them put out, and it was so annoying having to put out all the different. Oh God, you're bringing back bad memories, bro. Switch Pro. I want to get that new Sniper Contracts game. Did I order that today? I think I ordered 2 games today. Did I? I gotta check on my. There was that other Warhammer game I wanted, and I wanted the Sniper Con Horses. Like, oh, Bill Gates. Just the whole thing though with the no pressure. Hey, I was wondering, Melinda's out of town. I was wondering if you could come back to my hotel room and give me a golden shower. No pressure though, but I would love if you pissed all over me. Hey, Michelle, just wanted to shoot you an email. We're out of way on business. Melinda, she's on the other side of the country. I want to know if you wanted to come back to my hotel room and gargle my nuts and burp the alphabet while you do it. Hey, Christina. I filmed another video of me masturbating. It's Bill Gates. You want to watch it? No pressure, though. You don't have to watch me beat off. Very true, my friend. All about the confidence and cool energy. I went from virgin to 10 girls laid over the course of 7 years. 7 of them, the last 3. Man, you sound like... Hey, you sound like you're doing one of those self-help guru books. Hey, guys, I went from never getting pussy to smashing all the time. I can explore any hole I want. The women love my mushroom. And how did I do it? The 10 Steps by Why Guitar Guy. Imagine like Bill Gates, like he was also like, I feel like he'd prove his dominance. Like, hey, Hey guys, after this meeting, Melinda's out of town. We should have a rope shooting contest. See who shoots their rope the furthest. No pressure though. I don't even know what that is, Grass Tree. Mike's stuck in the middle of Nopeville. Hey, your rich gaming PC question. Is it worth it to get 64 gigabytes of RAM with a 3.1 gigahertz processor speed in a laptop, or go for a tower 32 gigs? 32 gigs would be fine, and I would go for that. To me, that's a big jump. But which processor is in what? Now, you get the portability of a laptop. These are gaming PCs, so it's a gaming laptop. What kind of... How much of a difference... God, there's so many questions. How much of a difference... This will be the final super chat of the night, too. How much of a difference is there in the CPU performance, GPU performance? Because 64 or 32 gigabytes of RAM in any case scenario right now is more than enough. So, do you want the upgradability with the desktop? Because a laptop, generally, minus like the RAM, you can't, or in the hard drive, maybe you can't really upgrade anything. You got to answer all those questions to see whether a desktop or a laptop's better for you. But 64 gigabytes of RAM or 32 gigabytes is like, you know, way overkill. 32 gigabytes is overkill. 64 is way overkill. So either way, you'll be fine. But you got to kind of answer. You got to kind of check off boxes to see what's better for you. All right, ladies and gentlemen, it's that time. Regular chat, super chat. A lot of people here tonight. Thank you so much. I appreciate all you guys. We went from talking about Boogie to talking about whatever, to talking about tech, to talking about, I don't know, birds, beautiful birds that peck corn out of your hole. And I'll see you tomorrow with more videos and a stream and a man and a horse.